So we're going to go to the customer to the right. Now, the very first thing that I like to do, especially for a customer I've never been to before, is hang all the way over here to the left. All right, always say wide. This gives you more options when you do actually get into the parking lot. All right, now I'm going to stop for here just a second. We have plenty of space to get in there, so that's not a problem. Now, this is the space that we're going to go into, and this was actually requested that, how do I set up for this? All right, well, the first thing we need to do is not worry about the setup, it's just to kind of get off the road. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just stay, I like to stay always to the left. All right, it gives you more options, and my goal is to bring the trailer at least to the center of this parking lot. All right, because if not, then you're just going to be too far away. You won't be able to jackknife in. Now, I'm going to stop again. Now, because we are pointing this way, now I'm going to turn off to the right now. Okay, and the trailer is still going to start going towards the center. All right, even though we're turning to the right, because that's the direction that it's already pointing in. All right, so you got to take that into account. All right, my goal is to get my trailer somewhat in the middle of the parking lot. All right, so as you can see, I'm going to keep turning. Now I'm going to straighten up. All right, to where I'll probably be roughly parallel, not quite, but by the time I straighten up. But that's fine. We're off the road, and I could probably get it in from there, but we're not going to. We're going to maybe go off to the right, just a little bit. All right, get our trailer pointing in the general direction of where we're going to go, and then back to the left, straighten up, and then finish off at a slight angle. Right now, I just want a slight angle, just because it's going to start jackknifing at a slower rate. And yeah, okay. So let's back up nice and slowly. All right, you can see from the line over here that it's getting closer, and now it's getting even more. Okay, we're not going to get too much of a hard jackknife until roughly around here. We're going to do a little harder one. Back to a chase. All right, looking good. Now, roughly around here, you might want to get out and look, because if you look at this distance right here, it's kind of scary. Plus, this is sticking out further than these trailers. All right, now, because of the angle we're at, it's pretty much just going to run alongside it. Okay, so we don't have too much room over here. So I'm going to start not 100% chase, but close enough. All right, so now I'm going to start chasing it a lot more. And we're back in again. Now, right now we're trailer's parallel, truck isn't. So I'm always going to go just a little bit further past parallel before I do my pull forward. It gives me more room to pull forward. All right, so by the time I do straighten up the tractor and trailer, the trailer will be parallel to the space. There we go. And now we can see in both mirrors, and we're all happy. Okay, so now we're going to go into the very last space after I back up, just to prove that I did it. Okay, done. All right, so we're not going to go to the very last space, but we're going to go to just as difficult space. The reason being is that we don't have room to set up. Now, we don't know that yet. All right, but we're going to hug everything to the left, just because we need to get our trailer as much to the left as possible. Even though the truck is to the left, the trailer isn't as much. So we look at our space, and we see that we can't pull a U-turn, nor can we set up. All right, so what do we got to do? Well, thankfully, there's a space right here that we can just back into, all right, and then get ourselves turned around. So let's go ahead and do a 90-degree back. And again, we can kind of do it fast if you want to, because we have a lot of room. Okay, there we go. Now, my goal is to kind of get more closer to this one, because that's the safe bet. Over here is not, because, well, you can't, we can always see what's going on here, not quite over there. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go, that's all we needed. Now, we got to make sure that we got to hug everything over here, because right now our trailer axles are all the way back here, and we need them somewhat in the middle, okay? So let's go ahead and hug everything to the left. All right, and we got to stay there for a while, and then we're going to kind of then turn off to the right hard, just to kind of rotate the back end more. All right, because we're going to end up running out of room. Okay, I should be hugging this more. All right, because we don't want to use the road. All right, so I'm going to say here. All right, so we're going to keep turning to the right. Now, once, even though you can't quite see this, but basically once the trailer is pointing towards the space, that's when I'm going to start straightening up. All right, there it is. So hard left. All right, let's try not to use the sidewalk. Okay, so yes, I'm happy with that. Now we're just going to get ourselves into a straight back. Now, if you wanted to, it might even be an advantage to get your truck and trailer more parallel and then do a 90, but it's kind of up to you at this stage. All right, I do believe we're all right. Yeah. Okay. Oops, let's get that straight again. So we're going to do a straight back for a while. Now this is a blind side, and I presume you've already seen some of the videos that are my blind side, so I'm not going to go in too much into depth with it. All right, I'm going to start turning roughly around here, but maybe not too hard. Again, another tip, if this is your first blindside video, if there's a curtain back here and a window, take that curtain down, and you can, at a certain point, where you're sitting and you look over your right shoulder, you can actually see this point and the axles. All right, not the whole time, but actually at the most important time you can. And instead of getting out and looking, if you're too lazy, like I am a lot of the time, just to make sure that I'm setting myself up correct, I'll just set the brakes and I'll stick my head out the right window just to make sure that I'm lined up properly before I actually properly get out and look. Just because right now I just want to kind of just see what's happening. Okay, let's keep going. All right, let's jackknife more again. Yeah, usually around this point, you can actually see out this way. And of course, you can always adjust your mirrors if they're electronic and go off to the right and left, but that gets a little confusing after a while. Okay, I'm done talking. I'm sorry. All right, let's start. I think that the center is too much in front here, so I'm going to start chasing it for a little bit. Oopsie daisy, and well, okay, I'm going to jackknife more. I'm not liking where the back end of the trailer is. Okay, so I'm just going to keep that rotating, and it looks like we're going to miss. Definitely get out and look around here. So hard right. Keep going. We're keep chasing. All we can do right now is chase. Anything with that would be counterproductive. We're going to keep turning. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Okay, now we're pointing towards it. We can go off to the left. Straighten up in the shortest distance. I'm sure you've never heard me say that before. Again, to straighten up in the shortest distance, crank the steering wheel. All right, now we're going to straighten up again the shortest distance by cranking the steering wheel. Okay, backing up. Now we're not going to be perfectly, we're going to be a bit too close to the guy on the right, but that's fine. We're going to keep maintaining what we're doing because the further back we go, the more room it allows us to pull forward and readjust ourselves better. All right, so I'm going to go off to the left. I'm going to turn hard to the left, but then I'm going to straighten the tractor and trailer up because I don't want the swing to hit to the right. Okay, so we're just going to go forward a little bit. Now, roughly around here is when it starts to move over to the right, so I'm going to turn all the way to the right. Straighten up in the shortest distance, then drive straight. All right, as you can see, the tractor and trailer is getting further away from this trailer. We can even go a little bit more now if we want to, but we can't. We're running out of room. All right, let's go to the right, straighten up, not hit the wall. Okay, I was doing too much talking there, but anyway, you get the gist of it. Okay, let's go all the way to the right because we want the front of the trailer to go to the right, the back of the trailer to go to the left. All right, yeah, we're getting ourselves more straight now. This is good, looking good. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get ourselves in there and we can stop. There we go.